So I want to show you a few more examples of tips in Safari. One is when you see a file upload form like this one. It says file to upload, choose file, and you click it and then you select a file. You don't have to actually click it and select a file. You can drag and drop. If you drag it, something like an image or whatever file it expects over, you can see it adds it there and it even gives you an indicator. Now a lot of times websites are more sophisticated now and they actually say, drop zone or drag your image here. But even with this basic form here, you're able to drag and drop a file to it. So it could be any type of file, whatever this form is expecting. Here's another tip here with forms. So you see a form like this, you see something where you need to fill something out. In Safari you have the ability to expand the size of these. You can look at the bottom right corner and you always see these little lines here. You can click and expand the size of this area. So a lot of times you get like a form on a page and they give you too small of an area to type in and you can just click and expand it. So look for that. I use that all the time. Websites always seem to be giving too small an area to type in. And here's something I want to show you that improves security. If you go to Safari, Preferences, and then go to General, there's a thing here for open save files after downloading. I think that's still checked by default, and if not, if you've been using for Mac for a while, it definitely was the default to have that checked. There's no real reason to have that checked. Have it unchecked. It's a convenience. Downloading a zip file and it automatically unzips, or PDF and it automatically opens in a PDF app. But this is one of the attack vectors that from time to time comes up when malware is spreading. So one extra click. How often do you download something that you're going to mind one extra click to open it up in preview or whatever you're doing with the file. So I always have that turned off. So that's a security tip there. Now websites from time to time will ask you if it's okay to send you notifications. And sometimes it's easy to click yes and say, oh sure, and then you end up getting all these notifications from a website. You can change that. If you go in here and you can then choose the websites and click notifications here, and it shows you all of the places where you've specified something. So like maybe at MacRumors I've said allow in the past. This is where I can actually turn it off. And this is a big tip, allow websites to ask for permissions to send push notifications. If you are sick of seeing those every time you go to a website, you can turn it off and you won't be bothered by them. You can still, if somebody tells you, oh, the notifications from this site are something you really need, you can still go in here and add it, or you can turn this on for that one website. But it's handy to know that's there, because certainly too many websites now are trying to send notifications and not everything is all that important. And here's one last tip. I'm going to play this video here at my site, and there's going to be audio associated with it. I'm going to open up another tab, and I can click here, this little button here, and it mutes audio. If audio is playing in a tab, you'll see this appear, and you can mute it and unmute it. It's a great way. You have multiple tabs open and suddenly something starts playing, a video or an ad is loaded, and you just want to mute it really quick. Look for these little speaker icons here in the tabs at the top, and you can mute that tab that's being too noisy.